Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
Welcome everyone to Game 8 of Hometown Throwdown! For this game, we have Denver's Mile High Club taking on the European All-Stars for 3rd place. My name is Omnom Nomnivore, and I will be your MC this evening. I am joined on the mic by HP Shovecraft and Tofurious. I know you don't want to listen to me for very long, so Shovecraft, why don't you go ahead and announce Denver?
Denver Roller Derby Mile High Club, number 151 is Cotton. 1706 is Misty Maven. 19 is Leah Davidson. Number 2 is Taryn. Number 27 and captain is Go Brecht. 31 is Fiona Grapple. 33 is Klein. Number 40 is Speedlejuice. 65 is Diosa Azteca. Number 7 is Evil X. 80 is Breezy. 90 is Wee Bonnie Bruiser. 949 is Coyote. 98 is Thorns. And number 999 is Chinaski. These are the Denver Roller Derby Mile High Club.
And I have the pleasure of letting you know who's going to be skating for the European All-Stars this evening. We've got number 06, Champagne. Number 08, Party Pants. Number 100, Curly Har. Number 13, Jamina Legora. Number 141, Bonnie Tagul. Number 163, Yas. Number 191, Missy Hammer. Number 202, Freight Train. Number 22, Malou. Number 221, Yeti. Number 316, Lily Gaskell. Number 474, Wolf. Number 888, Shaolin. Number 9, Beth Lord. And number 95, Manny. Let's give it up for the European All-Stars.
And there it is. Yeah, we are going to get this next game underway. Denver is taking on the European All-Stars. And this ought to be a great game.
It should be. It really should be. I've been loving watching the European All-Stars.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pickup team, so it's not like they're playing for anything. They're just out here having a great time.
Yeah.
Their warm-ups have been hysterical. It's just, I mean, they're clearly just enjoying all of this.
Yeah, the team really works well together.
Yeah.
Curly Har and Gaskell have been two of the players that I mean, jamming Curly Har has been great. And Gaskell has really been exciting to watch defensively and when she plays offense.
Yes. And taking the star, too, on star passes. All right, there we go.
Cotton is out first as your lead jammer.
And here comes Gaskell with the offense.
Malou is finally out of the pack. Star being crammed on the helmet, maybe. And this jam comes to an end just
2 points.
as Malou is ready to engage.
Nice, easy start. Yeah, the Team Europe has been doing like running high fives and chest bumps and just jumping and having a grand old time. It's fun to see derby skaters at this level playing so loose and just having so much fun.
Yeah. Out next, we got Misty Maven and Curly Har out as our jammers. As I said, Curly Har out there very, very quick through the Denver defense.
And Misty Maven jumping over the hips of Beth Lord.
Curly Har calls it off just as Misty Maven was coming in. Yeah, 4 points picked up for Euro again. So we got a game of 2-4.
And a lead change.
And a lead change.
Yeah.
2 jams in.
One of the things that really has impressed me about the European team is just how good their defense is.
Yeah.
I mean, these are skaters who don't typically skate together. I mean, you got folks from France, the United Kingdom, Sweden, and they're communicating and playing impressively well.
Clyde and Missy Hammer, those are your jammers out there at this time. And Missy Hammer around the outside becomes the lead jammer.
And coming back in behind Shaolin. And I mean, Shaolin came out of retirement for this.
Missy Hammer getting escorted out of bounds at turn number 1. Then who I was talking about, Gaskell up there, really just, it's kind of like the wash cycle on a washing machine. Just gets in the middle of it, starts spinning everybody around to get their jammer free.
Yes. And Klein has pulled the cap. All right, there goes Missy Hammer.
Another 4 points being put on the board for the Euro All-Stars.
And there's the star pass.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and call this off. Picks up 8 points. That makes a lead of 12-2. The Euro All-Stars in front at this time.
And next up, that'll be 151 Cotton in the white. And Wolf skating for Europe in the, is it a black or dark gray? Or maybe even a dark green? I don't know, whatever.
All right, Cotton right now trying to push to the inside. There's a nice tight wall. Basically all of the European blockers over there stifling any type of movement.
Yeah, Cotton's got nowhere to go.
Yeah, they have surrounded Cotton. Up front, Wolf having a similar issue, trying to find a way through.
I'm pretty sure that was a Beth Lord got the knockout, but yeah, I don't know. I looked away. I thought Cotton was out and stopped paying attention, I guess, and maybe Cotton wasn't.
Well, if you blinked, Cotton got out, became lead, already worked the way through with a beautiful swoop to the outside.
And we got a star pass. That is Yaz taking the star.
Oh, Cotton calls it off.
Did not stick that landing, I don't think.
I'm not sure any points going to picked up. Look at Cotton's kind of giving the eyeball, like, what did I do?
Do I get
Two.
All right. Yeah, you take the 2 and enjoy it.
Well, it's a 4-point difference, 12-8. 25 minutes left in this game, or in this half, I should say. I'd also like to thank Trailhead Credit Union. Get financial guidance for whatever trail you choose. That's Trailhead Credit Union.
All right, teams up at that pivot line like it's 2009.
Watch out, you might get a minor. And dancing up the inside line, Malou was trying to get out, but Denver is definitely wrapped themselves around Malou.
Misty Maven trying that same dance on the outside with less success. There goes Malou as your lead.
And in hot pursuit is Misty Maven coming through and past the jam line. Maybe 20 feet separating these two jammers.
And there's the call off.
Smart call off.
Oh,
Yeah.
Misty Maven does sneak one, though.
I was going to say, I don't think they got in there fast enough, and that's unfortunate. Got it called off fast enough, I should say.
Misty Maven, former Gotham skater. Not sure when they transferred out to Denver, but
Rebel Heart Therapy, individual and relationship therapy for Portland's Black Sheeps and Unicorns. That's Rebel Heart Therapy.
Rebel Heart Therapy. Nice folks, too. All right, Curly Hart, lead jammer with a quickness.
Klein also looking to get out of the pack and does, cap in hand. Nice tight wall being laid there. Curly Hart got knocked down, quickly calls it off. It looks like there might have been a direction of play penalty on Dioso Azteca.
And Curly Hart grabbed 2. So far, low scoring, very defensive. I like it. That's been a lot of our, we have not had a whole lot of wild and woolly score fests.
Yeah, matter of fact, the last game that we watched earlier today was just that. It started off, the first half was very low scoring. Cotton and Missy Hammer are your jammers in this next jam.
All right, Missy Hammer nailed that one. He's your lead jammer.
Gaskell knocking out Cotton and dragging them back. And is doing it once again. And I like it. Just forms up that wall and gets ready for the jammer.
Yeah, they were ready to pick up that jammer.
Missy Hammer getting taken out of bounds.
And coming back around.
And it looks like a multiplayer block will be assessed out there. Thorns is going to be the unfortunate recipient of that call. Four points being put up for European All-Stars on that last jam. We've got a score of 18-9. Denver right now trying to keep pace. And it seems like Euro is, every time they put a couple points up, a few more points get put on by the European All-Stars.
Yeah. But, you know, there's still plenty, 52 minutes of Derby. Anything can happen.
Misty Maven and Wolf, those are going to be your next jammers.
Oh, Misty Maven doing a little jammer defense there.
Excellent offense.
Oh, Yaz doing great up there.
Yeah, Yaz is
nice work from Leah Davidson, though.
Yeah, excellent recovery, and that's exactly it. They're stripping off blockers, but the blockers are quick to recover.
Yeah, and there goes Wolf, no longer a pack animal.
Oh, the puns. Misty Maven now stuck behind a wall, top of the apex. 2 blockers really just Oreo cooking them in there.
Oh, there's a track cut getting caught on some. Oh, that is Misty Maven.
Oh, yeah, I think that's when they were getting sandwiched. They might have stepped out of bounds. It was pretty brutal. And
there's the immediate call off from Wolf. No momentum, so, you know, just to get the call off, get Freight Train out there.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Yeah, Denver's coach right now is coming out and wants to ask a few questions about that. He's got them fantastic shoes on. He might go to the same shoe store that I do.
Those are pretty nice.
Once again, Freight Train is on the line all by themselves in a power jam, and if you've seen Freight Train jam before, it is a treat. Gaskill up front trying to open the hole and part the ways. And constant foot movement. Those toe stops got to be worth gold in how they are performing right now for Freight Train.
Yeah, Chinasi really did a great job of extending that as far as possible. All right, 2 blockers down for the Europeans.
Yeah, Champagne right now is headed to the penalty box. Looks like an illegal hit.
So Party Pants and another blocker. That would be Yeti, I believe.
Freight Train on their way around.
And there goes Misty Maven.
Every time you seem to give the side of your body to Freight Train, you can pretty much guarantee it's going to get hit.
Yes.
Freight Train calls it off after picking up 3 points, 7 points total in that jam. European All-Stars at 27, Denver at 19, just under 20 minutes left. United Athletic Club is where fitness happens in Southeast Portland. Many classes are taught by Rose City Roller Skaters. That's United Athletic Club.
All right, next up we got Curly Har and Klein. I love those boots for Curly Har.
Oh, now you got me looking at their boots. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
turquoise. Oh, and it found the inside line with them turquoise boots.
And Klein pulling the cap. One to beat at the front of the pack. Nicely done. Oh, Curly. Wow.
Wow.
I
Engaged
think
the skater
Curly-
in the hair.
Yeah. Like, engaged the skater like over the apex and kind of rode them over into sticking the landing.
Yeah.
That was, I don't think I've seen that before. Well done.
Well, thank God those shoes are sneakers, because they're, again, the Denver coach is out there to have a discussion with the refs.
All right, we got Cotton and Malou as your jammers.
Cotton trying to find an open lane on the out. Gaskell rides him all the way back to the in.
And Malou jumping to the front of the pack, quickly out. Oh, nice work by Leah Davidson. And there's the call off. It's late.
Single fingers in the air for both squads. That means 1 point each.
Everybody's number one.
They're pointing at the spider on the ceiling here. Well, the penalty box is finally empty, and we've got skaters in between the pivot line and jam line, all spread out.
That is Misty Maven and Wolf as your jammers. Oh, Misty Maven. Great work there.
Wow.
Took a huge block and just bounced right off of it, jumping to the front.
Wolf right now.
Player on Monty.
Wolf right now folded in between all the Denver blockers, trying to get anywhere outside of anything. Nice quick star pass, and
That should be Yaz.
yes, it is. Yaz, it is.
Nice. Oh, Misty Maven.
I believe she stepped out of bounds when she was passing those blockers. I'm interested to see how many players they're going to give fingers for. And there's going to be a discussion on the outside from the officials to see.
And
Yep.
2 points?
Two. I think that's a good call.
Yes.
I didn't want to call it because it is on the other side of the track from us, but it looked as if her skate went out, the other foot was in the air when she passed those last two blockers, and that's a good call by the officials to recognize that.
All right, we got Klein and Missy Hammer. Klein through.
I'm not
so quick.
sure how they found that gap there, but yeah, that was an impressive move by Klein. Missy Hammer right now still trying to find a way to get out.
Or to get the cap to Champagne.
Such an unusual blocking style for some of these Denver players, and it's so effective.
And that's a track cut on Klein. Party Pants was looking for that cut and got it. Oh. And that is a track cut.
Well, she's looking at the fact that the player went down, but she cut everybody else. There's
Yes.
more than just the one player that went down that hit her out. Klein's back out and on their way back around. Here goes the pack. They're
this-
trying to pick off Gaskell as the GOAT.
This will be a full 2-minute jam. Champagne, Lily Gaskell, Party Pants all up at the front, working hard.
Wow. Leah just took flight over in turn number 3. Does not have the cap, but just wanted to get the heck out of everybody's way. Play some good defense.
And there goes Missy Hammer out on the initial.
Wow, finally got the initial pass going, and we've got 40 seconds left in this jam.
But to be fair, 30 of those
Ooh.
180 seconds were spent in the box. All right, that's 4 points for Missy Hammer.
Yeah, there was some really good offense that was being played by Manny. Got them all sucked over to the inside line, and the outside was wide open.
Oh, good work by Manny and Champagne, but Klein just powered through.
this jam, the offense in the last 30, 40 seconds has been spot on.
Oh, Klein goes for the mini apex jump.
Dang, they're a straightaway jump.
Yeah, pretty close to that. Oh, all right. Hey, look, 1-1 on that final pass.
We've got a score of 41-17, 14 and a half minutes left in the first half. And I would like to give a large shout out to some of our very cool sponsors, Shebop, Portland Vital Signs, and Dye My Hair Darling.
Mrs. Puns, big fan of Dye My Darling Hair Salon. And we have a team timeout. This team timeout brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor, and welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers. I was calling the juniors bout this morning at 11, and there was a lot of timeouts. That Deb Counts Tabor
Yeah, you got it memorized now.
There's a groove in my brain.
Yeah, that happens.
I see those hands come together in a T, and out that comes.
Well, it's not for lack of effort out there. Denver's playing incredibly hard. We might have a score of 41-17. Denver is down right now. They need to come up with some good answers to stopping the scoring, but their defense has been looking great.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
both teams. I mean, I cannot find a flaw with either team in terms of how they're playing. It's just the Europeans are executing just a little bit better.
Yeah, they're getting their offense at the right times and getting those points through and basically controlling the jam. They've got more jams, lead jams.
Lead jams. And speaking of, there goes Curly Hart, lead jam again. Cotton trying to gin up something. Oh, Curly Hart, airborne. And no, she did not stick that landing.
Yeah, and sometimes if you're not sure if you got it or not, you should go back and start again just to make sure you got it.
Yeah, just good, smart veteran play there.
Looks like we have another timeout being called. That means it's a welcome to PDX timeout.
All right,
another
official
timeout.
review.
Yeah, official review.
So that official review coming from Denver. And while we wait, it's time for me to tell you that this official review brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor. Welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers. And the Europeans having a little bit of a dance spin party.
Ring around the rosy, maybe?
Yeah.
Well, coming up after this game, we've got the big one.
Yes, we do.
Wheels of Justice playing arch rival.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah. Wheels of Justice, they're Wheels of Justice.
Yeah.
They've got a team that is well honed.
Yes.
But arch rival has looked incredible. They've looked incredible for years, but they looked really good this weekend.
They have. They really have.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what is going to happen when both those teams take the track. Looks like the officials are down there conferring about what they saw and what is going on. I'm interested to find out what the official review is over. And because at this point, I don't have a speculation.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Do you want to get in on the action? You can join RCR as a skater or official. We hold regular intro to Derby boot camps, and we'll teach you everything you need to know to get rolling. Check out rosecityrollers.com/join for more info. Oh my. The Europeans are just having a blast.
Well, and why not?
They've got their bench dancing.
And what sport? And really, what sport do you see this kind of entertainment?
This would be it.
The official timeout goes a little long, and they start dancing.
After review, white 9-8 moved into the jammer's landing zone. After the jammer initiated the apex jump, the white 9-8 initiated the contact. The no caller will stand. Denver will not retain the review for this period. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
So Denver had been looking to get a jammer penalty, and they determined that because the blocker was moved into the jammer's path over the apex, that nope, nothing.
Nada. Now they're trying to get the crowd involved.
And the official says, all right, you got to stop
slow
dancing.
down, slow down. It's time to play derby again. What an absolutely delightful crowd out there.
Yeah.
All right, well, that moment you all been waiting for. Freight Train is back on that jam line. Misty Maven is also out there for Denver.
And Freight Train up to the front, powering through.
Freight Train is around the outside, but Freight Train is not the lead.
Nice work by Misty Maven.
Oh!
Leah Davidson. Oh, there's a track cut.
That's going to be Freight Train, and that's going to put Misty Maven in a power jam. This is the exact opportunity that the Denver Mile High Club is looking for.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, that European defense is just stifling.
Yeah.
Yeti, Gaskell, Shaolin, and Party Pants just doing a great job.
Well, there's 4 points put on the board, and they were well fought, hard-earned points.
Yes. And Misty Maven up to the front of the pack. Denver has a goat.
And a no pack was called. 4 points are added to Misty Maven's total for this jam. Wow, Denver.
And Freight Train.
Denver had lots of stops, but they were brutalized for it.
Yeah.
Misty Maven goes ahead and calls it off. And not before 10 points put on the board for that jam. That is like I said, excellent opportunity, and they capitalized on it, putting 10 points up. We got a score of 42-27, 12 and a half minutes left in this first half.
Next up, we're going to have Wolf versus Evil X. I think this might be Evil X's first time out as a jammer.
Is this game, it is their first time out.
Evil X has had some really good jams.
Yeah. Well, Evil X bouncing between blockers, spinning out, but not really getting a lot of forward momentum.
Oh, and up at the front, Wolf getting some help from Beth Lord.
Wow, you see, that's that thing. They're pinning the jammer along the outside line and making it hard for them to go. Wolf is out as your lead jammer with some excellent help from the offense that came from her friends.
And there goes Evil X. That is a very fast pack.
Yeah, and I like it. They're trying to strip off a blocker to make it so they can get some stoppage.
Oh.
Beth Lord was unable to grab anybody. They're going to whistle this dead, and we got 2 fists in the air, no points scored.
Nicely played. All right, that is Malou and
Cotton.
yes.
Cotton's trying to work the way up the outside. European All-Stars there to meet them.
Malou jumping around, bouncing, running
Wow.
into Coyote though. Coyote with a recycle.
What a cluster. Oh, perfectly placed offense, and that was how Cotton was able to get out. Nice hit on that brace in the last line of defense. That was Caskell that got knocked out of the place.
Would you say there that Cotton picked up lead jammer?
You know, that's another one I miss. The bad dad jokes coming from Puds, man. All right.
what I
Cotton
do.
is in there trying to fight their way through. They call it off just in time as the European All-Stars were unable to score there.
Right.
3 points being picked up, 12 points now separating these two teams. I would like to thank some of our other fine sponsors, Sisu Mouthguards, Porque No Taqueria, and 187 Killer Pads.
4K, yes.
Porque, heck yeah.
All right, Curly Har, and that is Klein. Klein checking the star, making sure it's still there. Getting lots of help from Fiona Grapple. Great work, but Curly Har.
Yeah.
Looks like Curly Har got some offensive help.
Yep, and that pack was all spread out, and there was nobody to recover to grab her.
Jemina Lagora
Oh, beautiful.
went from offense to defense so quickly.
Curly Har came in and hit that blocker, jacked them all around, and knocked that whole blocking wall loose.
And waits until their blocker comes out of the box.
Yep, good heads-up play by the coaching staff to recognize they had seconds left in the penalty and to just wait. Get your jammer or get your blockers free.
Nicely done. WSL Leadership Coaching, helping you be more awesome in your work, sport, and life. 4-3 pack advantage for Team Europe right now.
Missy Hammer, Misty Maven, those are our jammers on the track.
And we've got a scrum going. There is nothing going there.
I'm not even sure that's that's just a full blockage. They have moved 10 feet in 15 seconds.
All right. Missy Hammer, no pass, no penalty. And Misty Maven gets lead jammer.
And she calls it off. Smart play. Reset. No points scored. 16 points separate these teams. You got to play smart right now.
And we have a team timeout being called by Denver. That is their second timeout. Only one remaining for the next half.
Wow. Wow. That's
Interesting.
That is interesting. So hey, you know, you can join roller derby. Roller derby is back up and going, obviously. So if you want to get into the action, you can join the RCRs as a skater or official. We hold regular intros to derby boot camps, and we'll teach you everything you need to know to get rolling. Check out rosecityrollers.com/join for more info. You know, and for that matter, if you ever want to get involved with roller derby and you aren't currently involved with roller derby, look around your area. There are a lot of fine leagues out there, and they're always looking for either people who could like to help out. There's things like announcers that you know we're always needing new cool announcers, and we also have all kinds of other opportunities such as skating officials. You can help in the penalty boxes. You can do scores. We need DJs.
We need
Get
people just to
involved.
volunteer to like help take tickets and that sort of thing. I mean, anything,
broadcast.
Yeah,
Look at the
broadcast.
the broadcast folks over here.
Yeah.
They make us look good and
Yeah.
sound good. All right, we got Klein and Freight Train after that timeout. Freight Train just shedding blockers on their way through, and Freight Train comes out the other side as your lead jammer.
And that is a track cut on Klein.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That is going to put Freight Train in a power jam. Look how low Freight Train got around turn 2
Yeah.
to stay in bounds, weather that hit, and just keep right on going.
And here comes Freight Train once again.
Yeah. Freight Train with a single person left to try and stop them, and all they got to do is bump them out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going one-on-one on Freight Train when you're already drifting back like that,
Oh, yeah.
it's not gonna go well.
Nah. Well, it looks like Klein has served the time that needed to be served and is back out there dancing through the south side of the apex. Excellent. Excellent footwork. Really using those toe stops, going back and forth to juke, and does get out, but it doesn't matter. This jam is called. like to thank a few more of our really cool sponsors, PDX Pipeline, S1 Helmets, and the Portland Mercury.
And next up, we've got Malou and Cotton.
Yes, Cotton right now trying to work around through the outside and not going anywhere.
Oh, Malou going airborne over the apex to get lead.
Finally, Cotton finds the light of day and is free to roam. Malou wisely calls that off. Cotton was coming in and had a full head of steam to the sweet spot of the track. 2 points picked up for the Euro All-Stars. We got a score of 58-30. 5 minutes left in this first half.
This is very low scoring.
Very low scoring.
We haven't topped 100 total points in 25 minutes.
Yeah. It is low scoring, and there is also lots of defense and strategy being played.
Yeah. This is good stuff. That is Misty Maven and Curly Har.
Curly Har taking a full pack of blockers with them all the way into turn number 2. Ooh, an excellent offense just got played. That is going to be Yaz.
Oh, Manny doing great work. And Yaz with the drawback.
Wow. Curly Har comes in, gets enveloped into that Denver wall, gets knocked out of bounds.
Nice work by Chinaski on that drawback.
We got a cap pass
to Leah Davidson, and there's the call off from Curly Har.
Yep, another 4 points being put on the board for the European All-Stars.
Are you supporting an RCR sponsor? Help us out and post on social media and tag #RCR sponsor. You'll be entered to win a pair of VIP tickets for one of our games.
Yeah. Hey, have you, if you look across at the other side of that wall over there, there's all those banners, and there's some really great, sponsors and companies that we do work with. Evil X and Missy Hammer, those are your jammers in this next jam.
Please, Hammer, don't hurt him. And
Evil X.
That is a high block on Missy Hammer.
Evil X is through, and that is your lead jammer.
A little bit of an apex hop to get out.
Yep, and here's another great opportunity for Denver.
And Evil X calling for the offense. That pack is speeding up.
Yep, one player left to beat. That's going to be Gaskell. A swing and a miss. That's that speed. Everybody's moving at speed. It's hard to stop somebody when you're going that fast.
Yeah, that is that works to the advantage of that blocker, or the jammer, sorry.
Excellent coaching right there.
It's hard for the blockers to get a lick on somebody.
Yep, the jammer was standing in the penalty box. They decided to call it and give themselves an opportunity to get lead jam. And that's what they got to do right now, is control this game and control each jam by getting lead as many times as possible. And really, isn't that just the dream?
Yes. And Klein is out to try to live that dream. All right, Chinaski, Leah Davidson trying to get that seal on the outside.
Wow.
But, yeah.
Klein getting taken out at the knees. Knocked out of bounds on the outside and then drugged back.
That was Bonnie. And there we go. Missy Hammer. Chinaski tried to stop that, but
a little too much momentum with that hit.
And that's a star pass to Leah Davidson. Missy Hammer into the pack on a scoring pass. There's the call off. 3 points scored.
We got a score of 65-34. 31 points separating these two teams.
About 90 seconds left in the half.
Low scoring, and yeah, it's definitely very intense.
Yeah, we still have not crossed the 100 total points line.
Freight Train taking the line.
And that is Beetlejuice. And Freight Train running over Gobrecht.
Yeah, every time someone gives them their side, and really every one of those blockers gave them the side, and what did she do? Hit it.
Yep.
Hit it full power. And how many people hit the floor?
Yeah.
That's how you do it. And it creates an opening, and that's why she is so successful.
Yes. All the people hitting the floor, it looked like she beer night at the bowling alley, just one person after another.
Yes.
All right, there we go.
That's how you
That
get me
is
bowling.
Thorns with the long drawback, but Thorns heading out to the penalty box. That wild CBD penalty box.
Oh, and a nice big hit, but it don't matter. Everybody hits the ground, and so Freight Train gets back up and runs to freedom, picking up another 4 points.
And star pass, this time to Fiona Grapple. Oh, thought Freight Train was going to go for the apex jump there.
Nope, it was offense was all coming from the outside. They opened that wide open in turn 2, and so she picked up the 3 points. That's a grand total of 7 in that last jam.
I was looking for the air freight.
Oh, you're killing me, man. You're killing me, Puns. All right, folks at home, why don't you go grab yourself an ice cool beverage, get yourself something yummy to eat, to snack on. We've got 10 minutes in our intermission until we come back.
See you soon.
All right. are back. Or at least I do believe we're back.
I believe we are back.
That's right. We right now have got a score of 72-34 in this hard-fought battle. European All-Stars right now on top. And Denver's got to come up with some answers this half.
Yeah, they do. I mean, both teams have been playing great. One of the things that's been so remarkable about this weekend is it doesn't matter what the score differential is. The games have been phenomenally played by everybody.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Although, I mean, this is about the highest level of skating you're going to see this year, So,
no real penalty issues that we're seeing right now. The penalties
a very
are
low count.
Yeah, they're fairly spread out, and so I think both teams are going to be okay by that aspect. And nobody, actually, I should say that again. Denver has one blocker sitting in the penalty box, so there will be a slight pack advantage to get things started.
Yeah, it's 10 penalties for Denver, 7 for the Europeans. And as we're about to get started, I'm Puns and Roses.
I'm the King.
And we're going to guide you through the next 30 minutes.
Reminding everybody, next up, going to be Wheels of Justice versus Arch Rival at 6 o'clock Pacific time.
And that'll be a good time.
Curly Har out as your jammer for Euro All-Stars.
And Cotton jamming for Denver. And Curly Har is your lead.
Yeah, now it's a nice move to get through on corner 2. And that inside line is wide open. Goes around the easy part of the track and picks up 4 simple points.
Well, there are only 2 Denver blockers at that point, so it was smooth sailing for Curly Har once again.
Looked to the in, went to the out, picks up another 4 points on that pass.
And Fiona Grapple grabs the star.
Beautiful apex jump by
Wow.
Curly Har. I mean, that was like 2 feet up and down at the same time. Normally you see him kind of do like a hurdle. That was a beautiful jump.
Well, you know the Swedes, they get a lot of practice jumping the Bifrost Bridge. And
Is that what it is? Okay, I was wondering. It seems to make sense.
yeah.
Okay.
All right,
We've
Misty
got-
Maven and Malou.
Yeah, both jammers trying to take the inside line. All the blockers are crammed right there.
Oh, Misty Maven accelerating on the outside. Not lead jammer, though.
Yep, no pass, no penalty.
Malou pulled the cap.
Oh.
There will be no lead jammer.
This one's going a full 2 minutes. Misty Maven's the first jammer around. It gets hit and falls down. Looks like she was reaching for a little help from their friends.
Yeah, Chinaski did not provide the whip on that.
Nice little knockout there. Misty Maven has to go back and start again at turn 2.
And Party Pants doing a great job zoning Misty Maven. Oh, Misty Maven, like backwards hopping,
Yes.
stepping.
That was backwards hopping at its best. 1 foot backwards hopping to stay in bounds. And I don't know how they did it.
Yeah, that was.
We're still talking about the hopping, and she's already back around in scoring position.
And, oh, Party Pants, great one-on-one defense getting out there.
Ooh, yeah.
And, oh, Malou going over Diosa Azteca.
Almost looked like Misty Maven held on to Party Pants a little bit and could have got that forearm penalty. I'm kind of glad they didn't call it. I'm liking the physicality of this game.
Yes. Ooh, Yeti drops Diosa Azteca.
Nope.
And back block on Yeti, but
Yeah, okay.
that was, I mean, that penalty freed the jammer. I cannot argue with drawing that penalty.
All right, blocking out of play, and that is going to send another blocker from Denver to the penalty box. They're going to be 2 down, and
Oh, Misty Maven tries to get through, and the hips of Lily Gaskell just closed the door.
Lily Gaskell, where would this team be without her? Absolutely stunning player.
And Leah Davidson not able to save all the points. Good work, though, right there at the end.
Wow, that was a scoring fest. And that's, I always like a 2-minute jam, especially when it's like that. 19 points for the European All-Stars, 12 points for Denver. We've got a score 103-46, 26 minutes left in this game.
My second favorite type of 2-minute jam is the 0-0 defensive slugfest. And that is Klein and Missy Hammer.
Yeah, Missy Hammer making their way past skaters. I don't know if their wheels touch the ground almost at all between the jam line and the pivot line. All toe stop action there.
And Klein is through on the initial. Here comes the European offense. Oh,
This jam
Klein
is called
grabs
off.
2.
Yeah, but there's going to be a penalty that is called. Yep, one of the European All-Star players on the other side of this track. 2 points picked up by each team, so they will start with a slight deficit. Denver will be at full strength in their defensive squad.
You know, watching Misty Maven doing that backwards high step, and somewhere it popped in my head. Inika Moses, here comes the high stepper. And what does DJ Asian Meow play next?
That's it.
Yep. It's
All
like
right.
he's reading my mind.
Freight Train makes short work of the pack and is through as your lead jammer.
Oh, track cut on Cotton.
And that makes Freight Train a jammer in a power jam for the European All-Stars.
freight train on a power jam kind of terrifies me.
Yeah. Oh, I like this.
That's good thinking on
That
freight train's
is.
part.
Yep. Get out there.
Don't get recycled. Just call it.
Yep. Picks up 2 points, and that jammer is still sitting in the penalty box. So this is another good opportunity. Both teams have 4 blockers out on the track. And here we go. See, look. A jammer's at the 4 posts out on the track, or a blocker, I should say, is on 4 posts out there on the track. They're going to go ahead and Denver's going to call a timeout.
This is their last timeout.
Yeah. And
They still have their official review,
just going to say that.
24 minutes left, and they've got one way to stop the clock. Interesting clock management decisions.
Well, as we say about these timeouts, Deb Counts Tabor, this is the timeout will be brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Counts Tabor, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers. Curly Har is going to be the jammer of note down on the track.
And the Europeans looking to line up. All right, Denver rolling some people in and out.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, they're going to have a change of who they've got out there. They even came out with 4 people, and one of them's going back.
And it looks like the Europeans are just planning to get bodies on bodies, open a hole for Curly Har, and let Curly Har figure it out from there.
I like that. Leah dropped back. Unfortunately, was not able to get a hold of Curly Har.
Oh, track cut. Oh.
Interesting.
I saw the skates come down, and I could not tell from this distance in or out, and the refs ruled out.
Well, that frees Cotton from the penalty box. Cotton comes in with momentum, and European All-Star so good at locking down Cotton.
But there goes Cotton picking up that lead jammer.
Everybody set up in corner number 2. Cotton comes in, bodies start rolling forward, and Cotton comes out the other side, picks up 4 points.
That was good work. I mean, Yaz and company held for a while, but oh, here comes Curly Har.
Yeah, got knocked out of bounds, but the knocker of the out of boundsy went out with them.
Knocker of the out of boundsy. Would that be the technical term?
I don't know. Felt very Rick and Morty, though.
Yeah. And Team Europe doing a little shoulder shaking dance as they come out.
All right, so hey, next time you're in PDX, visit Holler, your new favorite sports bar and treat shop. That's Holla. Wow, everybody just went from the pivot line back to the jam line, and now the scrum has begun.
Oh, nice work by Malou. Tiptoeing and grabbing friendly jerseys to get through there.
Misty Maven doing some nice spins, but the European All-Stars do a nice job of pinching it off, knocking them out of bounds, forcing them back to start again.
And Champagne just drinking up that opportunity to force Misty Maven out.
This wall moving very, very slow in turn number 2. And Malou is trying to get past the top of the apex, even with the help of Gaskell.
And Gaskell out on a back block.
Yeah, and it could have almost been direction of play if I was seeing that right.
And Getty heading out as well. So 4-2 pack advantage right now for Denver.
Malou getting out and picking up 4 points on that pass, back in scoring position.
And Misty Maven coming around for a scoring pass as well. And the Europeans are going to let this roll.
Yeah, you know what? They've got 2 blockers in the penalty box at this point.
They've got a huge lead. You might as well
stop the bleeding.
You can trade a few points for not having that pack disadvantage coming into the next jam.
Right, because right now they are in control of this jam, and as soon as they get their blockers free, that's where you can, see, this is where I'd probably call it off. Yep.
There's the call off, and it is in time. No points on that. So that was an 8-8 jam.
Yeah, I really like that risk they took of just letting it play on to clear that bench or clear the penalty box.
And yeah, so that ends pretty much a draw, which, using up 2 minutes, that's a win for the Europeans.
Absolutely.
All right, we got Evil X and Missy Hammer.
Wow. Missy Hammer running up that outside line. I thought they were going to get away. Looks like there is going to be a penalty, and that's going to be on Diosa Azteca. Yep.
And Lee Jammer going to Missy Hammer. Evil X looking for any sort of gap.
Yeah.
Finds it, accelerates, and takes the hit from Jemima Legora.
But Missy Hammer picking up a forearm call. We are going to go the full 2 minutes, and we've got a minute and a half left. Evil X gets through and gets knocked out of bounds at the top of the apex.
Oh, and Duncan calling the bonus on Bonnie Tagulev for not exiting the track in a timely fashion.
4 points being put back up on the board. Leah, I like that win in there, knocked a little bit of room, and it makes that inside so easy. That is such a good move by these blockers.
Yeah, Chinaski there.
Yeah.
Credit those 4 points to Chinaski.
Yep, the last 8 points have been credited to those blockers. I like how they came back away from that apex and rolled back to the pivot line to try and stop that. And you negate it by getting back to the straightaway.
Good work by Beth Lord with that force out and recycle.
Evil X having to go back to that straightaway and start again. Looks like they've kind of burned out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that European defense is hard, and I think that can be wearing on a jammer.
Yeah, absolutely. Here comes the cavalry that came in. They tried to pull off a couple skaters, but Missy Hammer so quick they've got to stop and get ready to block again.
And there's the call off. 4 points for Evil X on that last pass.
Now it's a 16-point jam, and that makes it a 44-point difference in this. European All-Stars at 124, Denver at 80. Wild CBD sparkling waters plus edible delights that enhance every moment.
And we have a timeout being called by the All-Stars. And this is brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Count Staber, the official realtor of the Rosita Rollers.
Yeah, this is a good timeout right here.
Yeah, a little bit of momentum going Denver's way. You call the timeout, try to break that momentum, change the direction of the game. I love momentum timeouts.
Oh, yeah. And they're necessary.
Yes.
It really is. It's a necessary thing because if you don't, the game can get away from you. In a 44-point game with 20 minutes left, that's not unsurmountable. You can absolutely get those points back. I'd like to remind everybody, coming up next, we got Arch Rival and Wheels of Justice at 6 o'clock. This is going to be an exciting game. Both those teams have been on fire this weekend, and I'm excited to see what happens.
I'm excited as well. It's going to be a good time. And that is Wolf and I believe Klein. Fiona Grapple up to play some offense. 4-3 pack advantage for Denver, and they're making use of it. But Fiona Grapple has to bridge for a little bit.
Oh, wow. Nice little bit of offense by Fiona Grapple.
But great work by Champagne, Yeti, and Party Pants.
Yep. One took the offense and moved away. The other one's just kind of flipped around and kept going.
Klein's got nowhere to go. Meanwhile, Wolf is still stuck deep at the deep in the den at the back of the pack. Getting some offensive help now from Jemima Legora out of the box.
We rolled up to turn number 2, and still, this is a very slow jam. They're barely getting anywhere on the track. Wolf getting taken out of bounds in the straightaway over there.
Oh, Klein, though, tiptoes up the inside lane, grabs lead jammer.
Took a minute, but we got there.
Yeah. And Wolf just showing dogged determination.
Yep, and getting pinned against the outside line in turn 3. Stuck there, pulls the cap off, and is just trying to push that wedge forward, but not getting very far
Yeah.
as they eke forward.
And here comes Gobrecht playing the offense.
Yeah, they were trying to help him up the inside line by going first, and that was not going to work. Now we got some bridging happening. Multiplayer block. That's going to send Thorns to the penalty box.
And Fiona Grapple, huge recycle on Wolf.
Wow. Slow, slow, slow. Wow. That was the defensive struggle that I look forward to every time.
Yes.
It might not be the most exciting derby, but my goodness.
I love good defense.
Oh, I love good defense. You know, if you can stop your opponent from scoring, you're probably going to win.
That usually works.
That's, hey, you heard it here, folks. Words to live by.
I saw some great defense this morning in the Rosebuds bout, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Misty Maven and Curly Har. Misty Maven up to the front of the pack, but Curly Har spinning, lead jammer.
Wow, what a hit. There was this beautiful hit that they were able to step out of and get past on that line without stepping out.
Misty Maven through.
Curly Har once again navigates, runs through all those blockers, hop, skip, and a jump to freedom and gets 4 points for the effort. I want to give a special shout out to my folks back in Michigan right now, Grand Raggedy. If you are listening, I'll miss y'all, and I will see you soon. I'd also like to give a special thanks for AK 40 Ounce for showing up to the game last night and helping that team out.
Next up, we got Malou and Cotton. Malou forced out, recycled. Cotton up to the front. And Cotton, your lead jammer.
We have a cap pass. Gaskell is going to have that cap now, and it's going to be a foot race to the back of the pack. I have a feeling Cotton's going to call it off before we get there. I was wrong. You see, they love to prove me wrong.
Yes, they do.
They do it all the time.
And Lily Gaskell picked up the bonus on that.
Bonus of a forearm.
Oh, sorry.
So that's.
I was thinking, Fiona Grapple picked up the bonus penalty. Lily Gaskell just got a straight up forearm, but left the track in a timely fashion, so no bonus there.
Yep. Well, that is going to leave Cotton out there in a power jam. Cotton is lead. 8 points so far put up there, but I already see that she scored a few. Good call off. That should be 3 points put in.
And
brings their total to 11, and they're going to start in a power jam.
With a blocker as the jammer, that's a good call there.
I'll be interested if they come out and quickly pass that cap. I see Yaz right now is the one that's got it has the cap, the pivot cap.
As Misty Maven alone on that jam on Hawthorne jam line.
Nice little move to get around on the outside. Excellent work by the Euro All-Stars holding on. Oh, and a high block being called on. Yeah, so if Gaskell did want to pass it, she's going to have to wait 30 seconds.
Lily Gaskell looks like that
they've jammed a couple times.
But yeah, that Denver defense is tough.
4 points being picked up by Misty Maven. They are at 99. And
Lily Gaskell airborne, but Chinaski stuffs that.
Yeah, 4 more points being put on the Denver board by Misty Maven.
Misty Maven.
Nice little hit out right there.
Punched out and dragged a long way back.
wow, and they absolutely have just enveloped her into that European wall.
Nice work by Yaz out of the box. Fiona Grapple playing some great offense, but
Yeah, Misty Maven absolutely locked down right now. They need to all get back and recycle and start playing some offense real quick. Oh, they're going to call it off.
Lily Gaskin got 4. There's the call off. 11 for Denver.
Yeah.
It's now a 29-point game with 11 and a half minutes left.
Yep. Hey, you got to keep playing hard because the Denver is starting to pick up momentum and put points on the board, crawl their way back into this game if you let them.
Next up, we got Freight Train and Evil X.
And that's how you can maybe change the course of the action. Evil X trying to fight their way through on the inside, following Freight Train up. Does get knocked out, though, as soon as they get to the pivot line.
And
Shaolin comes in trying to play some offense. Freight Train strips off a couple blockers. One player left to beat. Freight Train's your lead jammer.
And Fancy Pants, long recycle on Evil X. Evil X coming through, looking for an outside lane. Oh, Europeans once again. Great defense. In the meantime, Freight Train has 4 points.
Freight Train goes in to out. Toe stops and doesn't get knocked. Yes, does get knocked out of bounds. It almost sounded like they were going to call a penalty, but they did not.
Yeah, I think Freight Train showed the, I'm not going forward. I'm getting out and I'm going to go back.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, are you going to call me on that penalty? Are you really? Okay, then I'll go back. These are the thoughts of Freight Train. Brought to you by the King. There you go, in case you wanted them. We've got a score of 141-106. Just under 10 minutes left.
And here we go, Curly Har and Cotton.
Cotton has not progressed past the jammer line yet. Excellent wall being laid down by the European All-Stars.
Oh, Coyote takes a shot, but Curly Har just shrugs it off.
Yeah, when Curly Har has room to roam, he definitely uses them toe stops and does a great job. That's going to be a forearm penalty, and that is going to send Yas to the penalty box.
And Cotton is free now.
Yeah, they were trying to burn time, get their squad back up to full strength. But with Cotton coming in with a little bit of steam, it'd be better to call that off.
Yeah, and just burn time off the clock, too.
S1 helmets, best fit plus best production equals the S1 Lifer helmet. Get a lifer, be a lifer, S1 helmets.
39 points separating these teams with 8.5 minutes to go. That is Missy Hammer and Misty Maven.
Oh, and everything is very locked down on half this track. Everybody's over there, 10 blockers, or 10 players, I should say.
Oh, 9 technically.
That's right, there's one in the penalty box. Oh, and a back
block on Misty Maven.
Missy Hammer is also out as your lead jammer. Your All-Stars are in a power jam at this time, and they've got to go.
And out of play, Fiona Grapple wisely decides not to engage.
Denver rolling forward, setting up a bridge.
Sort of.
Sort of. No pack is called, but they've got to start dropping bridges. Oh, yes.
And Missy Hammer up and has scored 8 points now.
And Misty Maven is now out trying to find a way to get through that wall once again. Pivot back there also trying to help out. Cause a ruckus of distraction. Finally, Misty Maven makes it out of the pack on their initial pass.
And there's the call off.
That was a very active call off.
Emphatic.
There was some discussion again coming from the coaching staff of Denver. I'm always amused, and I understand it. You know, sometimes when you don't agree with what you're seeing or how the plays are being called, you know, you want to go out and talk to the refs about it. But at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Yes.
Klein and Malou, those are your jammers out there on the track at this time.
Klein not having much luck at the back of the pack. And here comes the offense for Malou. Oh, Klein sneaking through. Down by 51 at this point. Denver needs every point they can get. But Malou is free.
Oh, excellent. Klein runs out up the outside, picks up 4 quick points, bringing their score to 110. 47 points, still separating these two teams. Just under 6 minutes left.
And next up, we have Freight Train and Cotton.
I like this matchup. Wow, lots of movement in between the jam and pivot line. Gaskell comes up, tries to give some quick offense. Freight Train, ooh, man, I think Freight Train and Gaskell got some friendly fire happening there.
Oh, Freight Train finally through.
Yeah.
That was hard fought.
Well, there was
Shaolin with a long drawback.
Freight Train comes up, hits that inside line, gets knocked by a lot of skaters. Everybody went down, but Freight Train comes up on the other side, picking up 4 points for that effort. Freight Train weaves inside to out through the middle and picks up 4 more points.
And we have a star pass. That is Fiona Grapple.
Freight Train coming into turn number 3, does a little loop-de-loo around. I think might have picked up 2 points. Where's your fingers? 3 points. I wasn't sure if she passed that last one from our vantage point. That's 11 points for Freight Train in that last jam.
And that is, I think, just what the European All-Stars needed to put the seal on this one. We've got Curly Har and someone whose number I can't see, Misty Maven, I believe.
Curly Har right now getting locked down in the back of all those blockers, trying to find some purchase on the inside line.
And, yep, found something. Oh, no.
Oh, a high block.
block.
Oh, man. Curly Har doing some high step and a cut
track.
Yeah, she was bouncing along that line. I wasn't sure if one of those wheels went out. And sure enough, it did. So we're going to have the jammer do-si-do. One goes in, one comes out.
Yeah, I don't know if I've got a good song for that.
I don't want to hear your song for that one. And just like that, Misty Maven is now through the pack. We're going to be going the full 2 minutes in this.
Okay, oh, Misty Maven. Oh, knocked out by Coyote.
Yep.
That was an unfortunate turn of events for Denver. I don't think it's really going to make any difference in terms of this game. Misty Maven, how about that on that spin?
Curly Har getting knocked around, was really trying to get up that outside line, was unable to get anywhere. Finally taking that cap off. Curly Har still on their initial. Misty Maven
And
trying to fight their way
that's a
around.
star pass to Champagne. Oh, wow. The defense from Dios Azteca.
Wow. Leah now's got a hold of him.
And
What? That was great defending, and it was determination. you know what? You've got 8 points so far in this. You got 7 seconds left in this jam. I really like that aggressiveness, and it's unfortunate the penalty was called. 2 points picked up by, at the end of that for Denver. That should bring their total to 12. 4 points are going to be picked up for the Euro All-Stars.
So we're going to have about a minute and a half when this clock ticks down. 52 points separating these two teams. That would require a record-breaking run, which without the jammer point is not going to happen.
Missy Hammer, 2 blockers trying to beat, gets through on the other side in the very quickly is your lead jammer.
And Klein working hard, but Party Pantsing Company just not making that easy.
Yeah.
Thorns getting stuck in, but
Missy
Hammer pounding the Thorns.
Yeah, taking advantage of that short wall right there. At the time, there was only 2 blockers out there. They didn't have a chance to reform, and they just got through.
And nice work by Thorns. Missy Hammer, long recycle. Missy Hammer can end this.
Yep. Klein does come in. I think right now what they're going to do is run this clock down.
Yeah,
That'd be the
you
smart
might as
move.
well.
Matter of fact, I don't know if I'd be jamming too hard at this point.
Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is not get a penalty right now.
Klein coming back around to the straightaway in front of us here.
Both jammers run out.
Yep. You got 25 seconds left on the period clock. Nice little bit of final effort to try and end this game strong. Missy Hammer getting taken out at the top of the apex. Holy smokes.
Wow.
The hits just keep on coming. I think the frustration from Denver is really wearing down Missy Hammer.
Yeah, but 5 seconds left on this clock. And there's the call off, the emphatic call off. And Team Europe, they are jumping into each other's arms on the bench.
Well, you know, they came in here, they won two really good games.
Yeah.
And they did fall to Woj last night, but you know, that's nothing to scoff at. Denver.
Yeah. For basically a pickup team,
Yeah.
that is phenomenal. I mean, it's an all-star pickup team, but you know.
A high-quality, high-caliber pickup team. All right, we've got a score of 180-124. That was the Euro All-Stars taking on Denver, and folks, it has been fantastic. Don't go anywhere. In just 30 short minutes, you are going to see the wheels of justice going up against who?
Arch rival.
Oh, man. That is going to be the game of the weekend, and I kind of felt that was going to be the final game this weekend when I was looking at the schedule. But, you know, it's been kind of weird seeing the games here in the last, 6 months to a year, because teams that you expect to do phenomenal maybe didn't come back as strong, or things like that.
COVID changed a lot of things for a lot of folks.
And so I'm excited, and both of those teams stayed strong. They're playing at the high level that they always have played at, and this ought to be a great game.
Oh, the Europeans are having a good time.
As they should. Well, Puns, any last words?
It was great seeing you again, King.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming out. It was great calling bouts with you again.
Yep, it has been my pleasure being back here in the Rose City, and I plan to make this at least once a year.
All right. I'd love to hear that. And we'll catch everybody else the next time.
Everybody at home, have a great night, and I will see you next time. Good night.
Good night.